Well, hello. Welcome to the Great American Stampin' Show. And yours truly won round 8. That's why I've got this beautiful crown on. I need to take a minute to go like this so you can see how beautiful it looks in the light. But guess what? It's round 9 now. So my reign is over. And if I can get this out of my hair and put it aside, I'm going to show you my project for round 9. We are featuring the Oh Holy Night Sweet Collection, which has 2 bundles, designer series paper, some of the most beautiful product you have ever seen. And I am really excited to show you my project. Will I win 2 weeks in a row? That's up to you. And I hope you will like my project. I hope you will watch all 4 of our videos. You can find those links in the description of my video down below. So watch them. Give us a thumbs up for the video that you like, or more if you want to. There's nobody really monitoring that. And most of all, we really hope you enjoy and feel inspired to make some amazing creations. All right, let's get started. Here is what I will be using in my card today. The Stars at Night bundle. So the stamp set and then the dies. And of course, it has the embossing folder that goes with it, hybrid embossing folder, where these dies lay on top of the embossing folder and cut out a few stars. I'm not actually using that though, but it is such a cool product. So I wanted to bring that to your attention. But look at all of the different stars that are in this, and a little bit of greenery, a couple of really cool greetings. Basically, when I look at this, I think, wow, this is going to make some really magnificent skies, heavenly looking skies and different detail like that. So that is what has inspired my card today. And so let's take a look at the designer series paper for a minute. This stuff is so dang beautiful. So this is one of the pieces, and you can see how these look like they've just kind of been drawn on there, which is really a really cool effect. And then a full sky of stars. This one looks like it could almost be water, but water or sky. Another beautiful heavenly heaven look. And then here's more of like a desert look, like over in the Middle East, I imagine. And then finally, a nice scene of what I imagine a nice city in the Middle East, like perhaps where Jesus was born. And then on the back, all of these really cool patterns. I just think this paper is so cool. I've barely started to scratch the surface on using this, and I can't wait to make lots and lots more projects. This project that I'm demonstrating for you is the very first one that I made with this product. So lots left to do. Now for this card, I am going to be using this one. This was really my favorite one. Well, I mean, I like them all, and the other one but the 2 scenes are the ones that I really like a lot, so I'm going to make good use of this. So in addition to those things, I'm trying to get my other papers here on screen. I've got some black cardstock, Misty Moonlight, Daffodil Delight, a little tiny bit of crushed curry, some basic white, and then, whoops, I just had a little spray of embossing powder. But first, a little square of paper from More Dazzle. And this is the champagne. There's 2 colors in that. The gold, I think it's gold and champagne. So this is the champagne one. And then I've got a few other supplies just off camera right over here. I've got Versamark and this amazing gold satin edge ribbon, some adhesive. Ooh, my Wink of Stella. I've got a cool technique to show you with that. Whew, lots to do. Okay, let's jump right in. I've got my paper trimmer. I've got my black cardstock. This is going to be my card base, which is interesting, right? Because either you're going to have a white marker to write on it or cover it up a lot to be able to write on it. So the first thing I'm going to do is mark 3 inches on either side, on opposite sides. So this is the tall side, the shorter side, and I'm going to mark 3 inches right here. I'm just going to do it with my scoring thing, just a little mark there, and then flip it around and do the exact same thing on the other side. This is a fun fold, a little fun fold that I created for the first time a few months ago. It's really fun to make, and I gotta say, when I did it the first time, you know, I thought it was good and everything, but now I've used it a ton of times, and it is actually a really awesome, okay, I've lost my way, there we go, really awesome template, because, well, this is why I liked it in the first place. You're doing a fun fold, but you can still make 2 from every piece of cardstock. So even though I did a diagonal cut right there, they both will work for a card base. So it's pretty awesome that way. And it turns out about the same size as a regular card. It'll fit in a regular envelope. I've written down all of the measurements, and they are right here. So I'll put those there so that you can follow along, and also so I can follow along. So one of those I can just put aside, and I'll just go with this. Okay, so I've already marked the 3, where's my pen? I've already marked 3 inches on opposite long sides. It's probably short sides, actually. Let me fix that. Short sides, and I cut a diagonal line. So we're already 1/3 of the way finished. Next, score at 4 1/4, 4 1/4, and 8. And that's starting from the long side. And the reason that it's 4 1/4, it's easy to remember, is because it's going to be a fairly regular sized card front. So there we go, 4 1/4, and then I've got to swing this arm out and score at 8 inches for the second one. Okay, there we go. And I got to keep this around because I'm going to be cutting more things in just a minute. But show you this for a minute so you can see those 2 score lines right there. And we're going to just fold this right up. So a little bit of an accordion fold. As I said, fun fold. And what is more fun than a little accordion card? You can almost hear it playing music. So 5 1/4 like this. I'm preserving all of this, and it's going to be on my card. And then this, it's still so amazing. Could be used on other projects. So I'll set that aside. Definitely use that again. Whoops. And then go ahead with this piece. Now, not all of this will fit on my card, because even if I laid the whole piece on my card, this is 11 inches and this is 12. So that doesn't work. And we're going to be cutting it up a little bit too. So it's a little trickier that way, but what I'm going to do is start from this side actually, and then cut a little bit off of there, but I don't know how much yet. So I'm going to flip my paper around and cut my smallest piece first. So this piece is going to be 2 3/4 by 3 1/2. Next, this one is 3 1/2. So it's 3 1/2 wide. So it's fitting in the different layers of the accordion card. 3 1/2 by 4 1/4. So 4 1/4 here. So we're having 3 different sizes of designer series paper. And then finally, we've got 4 inches wide. And what is it this way? 5 1/4, which we've already cut. So that should be fine. Just double check that. Looking great. Okay, now that's going to go on this side. Those 3 pieces are going to go here. I'm going to make a couple to go on the back as well. Why, Shannon? Why do we need something on the back? Well, when I close it like this, you see almost an entire sheet of paper right here. So I'm going to take a little piece of this and cut one of the medium pieces. So that's where, oh, look, I need to keep up with my checklist. We've scored, we've cut these 3, and now for the back, we're going to cut the DSP 3 1/2 by 4 1/4. And then finally, this little piece of white is going to be on the back so that we can write something to our friend or loved one that we are giving this card to. And this piece is 4 by 5 1/4. Oh, so much cutting, but I think we are now ready for the fun. Let's go ahead and check this off, and we are cruising right along. But look at this. We need a window sheet. And what is the window sheet going to be used for? Oh, you'll just have to wait and see. It's just going to be a 1/2 inch here. And then it's 5 inches tall, but you know, it doesn't, this one actually doesn't have to be an exact measurement. And I'll take that little covering off, so there's my window sheet like that. Okay, the next step, we need to take these pieces, all 5 of these pieces that I've cut, and cut them on a diagonal so that they fit here. And to just slide it up just a little bit, so it's like you have a double border here on the bottom, and then I'm going to cut that across. All the diagonal cutting is complete, and now I am going to adhere some of the DSP, but not all yet, because I still have a couple of special treats up my sleeve. This one, that one has to wait. So now you can see this one's closed, but you see that it's still the night sky there. And that way when you open it, you're going to have the full view of the city like that. But I'm not going to stick that one down yet. Why, you might ask? Because I need to put this little window sheet in here. So I am going to stick it in there about that far, and I'm going to use, let's see, just a bit of this stuff, whatever it's called, Seal Plus. Stick that down there and rub that really well. And then I'm going to put more on top of it for this. Oh, and I need to put some around the edges. Let's see, how's the back looking? Back's looking great. I've got this piece here, and that's where we're gonna write our love note. But before we do that, it's time to stamp. So I'm going to take the greeting, wishing you the best and brightest holiday season. I'm going to stamp on this and emboss in white. And then I've got this, one of the stars. This star I'm going to stamp a little border right across the bottom and emboss in gold. Okay, that embossing is finished, and now I'm going to adhere this piece that's embossed and beautiful to this side of the card in the largest panel. That's all ready. That looks beautiful. And then now it's time to do a little bit of embellishing. So I've got this, and I'm going to cut this one out with that die, which is perfectly designed to cut that out. And then I've got a couple of other pieces here, and I am going to make a magnificent star here. So I'm going to use a couple of the dies that are really unique, I think. They don't go around stamps. They just cut out designs in the cardstock. So I'm going to use that and this, and then this little die right here has 3 different size stars. So I will cut all of these out. A little bit of crushed, a little bit of Wink of Stella on the crushed curry piece just to add a little extra sparkle. It is looking amazing. So this piece right here is going to get some dimensionals. Use dimensionals here. I think just 1 dimensional should work for this star. And then line it up right here. Try to get that right in the middle. That's kind of perfect right there. Amazing. Ooh, my competitors are going to be so sad when they lose 2 weeks in a row. I mean, I don't want to be too snooty about it because, like I said in the beginning, the winner is really up to you, and it just depends on what style you like. So we will see. We love watching to see which card you prefer and which cards gets the votes. Now, this piece of cardstock is still kind of like a little bit wet from the Wink of Stella, but I think it will still be all right to adhere to this because I'm going to stick it down there, and then I'm not going to really touch it. Also, side note, if you are not part of one of our mailing lists, click in the description and join my email list. We're sending out Christmas tutorials. And so that is a lot of fun because we're sending those out once a week. And so if you want in on that, just sign up for my mailing list and you can get it. Okay, ribbon. Where's my ribbon? It fell on the ground. Hold on. I gotta find that. So this amazing ribbon I'm going to tie around the end of the card over here. Bow is complete. Now let's put this greeting down right here. I'll just tuck it right under the ribbon and make sure my dimensional fits all on this. Yeah, no problem there. Fits all on this panel. So that way when it closes, it will stick out a little bit and overlap that layer, but still be fine like that. Okay, and now a little bit of liquid glue to adhere a couple of these beautiful stars. Okay, all 3 little stars are in place and looking amazing. Now it's time for the big star. And how I'm going to do this one is to just stick these together and stick them on the window sheet, okay? But now I'm going to fold this down so that it's inside the card. And the best way, I think, for this is just to run a bone folder along the edge of the window sheet right there. This part's a little bit tricky because you want it to fold over and stay inside the card. But then once the card is gifted and open and sitting on somebody's mantle somewhere, you want the window sheet to be able to stick up. So you don't want to get it too soft there. Now I want to test this and make sure it stays in my card. Looks like it's going to be a little bit into the crease there, so I'm going to cut this a little bit shorter, like that. And now ready to adhere. Okay, let's test it and make sure it's working. So that folds over. I think it's adhered very well there. Whoops, going the wrong way. So our card looks like this. Got that on that side. Open, boom. Ah, look at that. Right on the back. What? Whoop. I got really excited there. One final step, and maybe the best step is left for last. I've got my Wink of Stella, and I am going to just squeeze it a little bit and just cover the whole thing. So hopefully you can see this. Maybe I'll zoom in just a little bit so you can see what's happening here, and just go to town on this. Just splatter my Wink of Stella all over, and it's kind of tricky because I am squeezing it over here so that the liquid comes out, but I don't want to over squeeze it so I get big, huge blobs. Oh, look at how cool. Can you see those right there? Just little shimmery speckles all over the night sky, all over the scene, the beautiful baby Jesus scene. And then when the recipient opens this up, they'll just be so wowed. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Perfect. I want to get more on this front panel. Come on. I know that you can do it, Wink. Yes. Wah! Perfect. Stopping there. So hopefully you can see, I'm getting a little bit excited about the Wink of Stella. It's like it's still bubbling. But that's just the sparkles kind of settling into the paper. And so once they settle in, this will be folded up and ready to be gifted. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit now so that you can see the whole thing and how it all works together. I'll put all the measurements down in the description so that you can see that. And one more look at, let's see, let's pop it back open now that it's all complete. Wishing you the best and brightest holiday season. Oh, well, look at that. Hello, beautiful star. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a wonderful holiday season. Well, I mean, I'll see you before now and then because 2 weeks from now, round 10. But for now, your job is to vote. So go do the thumbs up and watch my friends' videos and enjoy. Thank you. Bye-bye.